my brahma papa
Sir.
Was what when I moved a what bread, Taman if you're a Cassania, between a bread, then was your soon national. Now see, papa, now won't quite da. Nyamisha, anyway, do my dear, we.
Yo.
Nyamisha, who near that you cry, and so what time I would that day? Very limited. So very.
Kakra mo
mechia obia o platform no so say me ya na me bisa one question pe me bisa one or two questions pe maximum me bisa nyina ne say say ya kan say bawomia ana o di ni birthday ana ne kasa ye mo kasa wo kan say aya osofo Danka Williams no at times bomb pa ye mano ene na sefo a. My question is think abronye eba be di osofo yatem ana
menya sure.
Second question edi abone pa na abronye ebetumi di nse si ne bo akasa wona bo ken edi aye wono abronye ni ntia what you nani esi papa iso den at the time for can be satisfied abronye sa no what the papa ya tema won hwe ni fa won hwe benku
Davida
on chancha no na tema sina no den na nam se ba wo mi enko MPP fagem boni omo pese wona bo bebenti omo ete ayi abronye achi ohinta dietire wo mo sha abronye achi etu dogu say yire ho na yem provoke na say provoke no na ye dan ya na no beyi nika na e de gina so kra e campaign tia no e de bone na honabo ken e de aya abronye ene MPP fo ni nyinara anti wo mayi otan fita pa o when ye ka say otan hatred pa no me Honorable just a papa bebrebe na one was so na guy ya the TV station the Gosen the Gosen no the video bi am share ya o say we very disappointed in Honorable Ken media minim say abronya in the day no didi Donka Williams no na ora na say we disappointed in Honorable Ken me yemo de me show e dey answer me nkotia ni nyina ne say e dey pa anti na such a person say abronya we Honorable to me bua no fa no efi gottes mu bua na me na bedu sampempenso we ni nyina no disappointment disappointed in Honorable Ken asie nyina ni wo kan am so can you had I known admakuma be fi mu nyina Honorable aboa no aboa wo mu wo yari mi bia nka wu ono no hwe wo ama wo kan nyina ono so another fucking guy o ka kire yi Kofi Adoma so me ma bodam ti o nya amasem another stupid fool stanko for we mu nyina Honorable ahwe wo mu wa ma ka asatena mu wo ma di ni sika so mu nyina atumi arise against me to me hu ade a wo ma hu Honorable Ken just obu on man star ne sroma sran enti ehu from afar na wo se wo ye bibia se be bre wase na so da bia ya kan ya se ni nyame ehira no no ehira no ma ye bia se muntumi bringing it down no still standing tall see ya so o move forward ni nyuma ekoso mo ye dem ba o mi anu mpo enya na fe e wo bibia mu ene Honorable Ken de ba wo mi anim ane se wone ne yire ahomachi wo mo soma asojafo ne apolisifo ne akodwi obi adan atuogu sa no eye wo mo dia de onim anu no na ayi fiera kasa no ka sem bi se 2015 2016 wo na ba omi akọ to say universities ni ade kome mama speech wo ho ni ade nasefo mumisa ba omi ase hwana na etworo sansem ne ma no ono abeka kire mu me ba Kwabena Boadu wu ye pe na ba omi a na dapa edadie na obisa ayi ono ani team na party for na they will all tell you the truth hope se mu nyina aka de bia hwe ayi ni okan o mu nyina eka they all know. So among them all no Kwabena na lady wo mo che say wontumi mfa wo ho ntoto no adwene nyansa na akwala ni kita no ba wo mia na kasa kan on several occasions ana acha me ni mebushia e wo faster house ho say ba wo mia ono na no kasa na me can you ba wo mia doctor ba wo mia they didn't know it was your son who was behind me say see na we free mo no wa share ade ankasa because we knew what to do. Yes, eti ba wo mia da pe be de nyina free tama or share Kwabena. That is all, and that is the secret and the truth. Abe obetumi aye o research and as inquiries ubo mu asema making sense answer na tie onim hu ana wonu aso aka ne audio bi Kwabena wuye no se ba omi aye small audio bi am send bi ma omri bi o se onye obi a obetumi a replace no ba omi ananu masem o se obi no obetumi a replace no
Why
with Kwabena. Yes, and it's the truth. No more dimi dream say na me betena no mo say me kwa mankwa me be bon paipa ma wo say wo sa akonya ne so ba akotena so ba bia onya kodu ya ne fra ayi no can say vice president na wodi ye na because ono aka say it was your son Kwabena Boadu who brought me to this office one kind once penso ana wan kan kire me nso me nko a o ka na nipa wo ho ono ane boys no na mo wo bi e wo no office wa kan so many times it was your son who brought me to this office. Yes, enti ba wo mi ade wa man sesa no ba wo mi na nim gwase a wo ba gise no so wo ye mistake abe sa man we say wo mo friend bibi agiman sa numerologist no wow sa man no yes what can it plan yeah what can it plan or say no the only person our kita MPP party and the key I Canada Japan nobody else na say otwene hu sesi ana say okasa akwa chi so sesi papa ne da form sesi a MPP egu what can plane straightforward what is papa ne to form sesi a MPP egu anu no I'm sorry Bill he's the only person as say okita party no it is only a mistake bia dia omu se party na collapse he's the only person obetumi ama party no a survive na nyame mfa sa ma se papa no to form sesi ono ne nsem okan na maker or to form sesi a MPP ato form e manim en sorry Bill egu ana Diana oh
found it hard to write this tribute because it is hard to accept that Kwabena Boadu is no longer with us. As the reminders kept coming, Doc, it's time to write the tribute. We need a tribute for the printers. I kept procrastinating until the last day when I was told that this was it. I had to submit my tribute, and I tried to write something. I first met Kwabena in 2011. He was introduced to me by Antonia Baifa Kabo as someone who could assist me in a role as a press aide. Assuming and shy, and I wondered initially whether he was really cut out for the job. However, the more we talked that day, the more I realized he was very sharp and astute. I asked him to start work the following day, but unknown to me, he actually started work the same day. By the next morning, he had written 2 statements on the basis of discussions we had had the previous day. Since that day, Kwabena and I literally became inseparable. He was a political scientist by training, and I was an economist. He, however, picked the economics so fast that he was able to edit most of my writings. In fact, I used to joke with him that he was now more of an economist than many economists I knew. I came to depend on him so much. He was mature and wise beyond his years, and I hardly went against his advice because I came to learn that over time he was mostly right in the advice he gave me. Kwabena and I went through a lot together. We campaigned together for the 2012 election. And after the 2012 election, we went around the country to explain to MPP party members why we wanted to challenge the results of the election in court. After visiting Wa in the Upper West region, we stopped in Bole for a funeral. After we left Bole for Accra, Kwabena was seated next to me. We always traveled together at that time because we used to work and discuss a lot of issues while traveling. On that fateful day, as I put on my seat belt, I noticed Kwabena was not wearing his, so I told him to put on his seat belt, and he did. Not too long after this, we had a terrible accident when 2 of the vehicle's tires burst simultaneously. The vehicle somersaulted 3 times, and it was only by the grace of God, the airbags and the seat belts, that we came out alive. The accident, ironically, served to bring us closer. However, I told him that henceforth we should not travel in the same car again, in case I was being targeted. He joked that in that case I should rather join him in his car, since no one will target him. Kwabena had a very good sense of humor. He was actually quite a prankster, but always looked so innocent that he would not be the first person you would think of when a prank was pulled. Boadu was not only my press aide, he became my friend, my political advisor, my strategist, my speechwriter, my confidant, and my younger brother. He did so much, but always shunned the limelight. That was Kwabena for you. Kwabena was a major part of the MPP and President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's victory in the 2016 election. He was consumed by making sure we won the election. He was relentless in his efforts. As we rounded up our campaign with our final tour of the northern region, our team went to Wa on November 23rd, 2016. Kwabena did not arrive with us that day because his team's vehicle had problems. By the time they finished working on his vehicle, We had completed the program in Wa, so it was suggested to him that he should rather proceed to Kumasi since we were heading there the next morning. Kwabena, however, insisted on coming to Wa because he wanted us to discuss a story, a fabricated story he had heard our major political opponent was going to run against me in their last gap attempt to win the election. Kwabena arrived in Wa almost at midnight and came immediately to my room. We discussed the issue and he went back to his room around 1 a.m. I told him we will depart Wa at 7:30 a.m. for Kumasi. When I woke up the next morning, I checked my email and found that Kwabena had sent me an email on the work he had done and a draft response to the expected fabricated story. This email was sent at 6:48 a.m. We departed Wa around 7:45 a.m. Unknown to me, Kwabena was not in the convoy. An hour into the journey, I received a phone call that Kwabena was no more. I screamed, "What do you mean? How?" I could not believe it and still cannot believe it. We immediately turned round and returned to Wa, where I saw his lifeless body in the morgue. I broke down. We were all confused and sad. On our return to Accra, I told our team that the greatest tribute to the memory of Kwabena Boadu will be to continue and finish the journey we began together and win this election for him, so that all his effort he had put in would not be in vain. The victory of 7th December is Kwabena's victory. When the story of the 7th December 2016 election is written, let it be told that there lived a very intelligent young man whose invaluable contributions led to the victory of the New Patriotic Party. Kwabena, if I knew those were going to be our final moments together that night, I would have engaged you in a never-ending conversation. If I knew those were going to be our final moments together, I would have engaged you in a hug that never ended. If I knew those were going to be our final moments together, I would have tapped into
If you want Musuna, Yama, or Musai, a pig for just a sign, a Jan now. So, what can any power? One boys, no more Ruby, our office. What can so many times? It was your son who brought me to this office. Yes. Enti, Bawumia, one son about Bawumia, and then Garcia or bed, so no mistake. Abe, some I will say, one friend be Ajimai. Sa, Lamulogist, no, oh, Samai, yes. What can it plan? Yeah, what can it plan? Or sister say no. The only person our Peter MPP party and the key I Canada Japan. Nobody else. Nasa Okino says here and I said, or Casa chi. So says here, Papa and the phone says here, MPP. What can it play? What can it play straightforward?